Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclyde's MTG News as we're in full swing of spoiler season for Midnight Hunt. We've seen some sweet cards already. So before we get started, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, put some comments down below, help feed that YouTube algorithm, help support the channel, get as many views as we can and subscriptions. Also, if you'd like, in the description is a link to the eBay page where all my box opening videos, I place those cards on eBay to sell to help fund the channel and buy more cards to open so that you can satisfy those crack packing needs that we all love to do. Opening packs. So anyway, we got a quick one here today. We only had a couple spoilers being the weekend, plus it's a holiday weekend, so happy Labor Day, everybody. With that, moving forward, I'll be having a Labor Day tomorrow too. But anyway, moving forward, let's talk about the couple cards that we did get today. So our first card we'll look at, we have an uncommon, the Diregraph Rebirth. So it's a black, green, and 3, so 5 mana sorcery. Return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. So for 5 mana, seems like it's costed about right, maybe a little high. It has flashback of a green, black, and 5, which is really good late game just because it has multi-purpose. The big kicker for this one, though, is right here where it says this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that's died this turn. Um, this could be a really good card. You could get this down as far as, maybe even 2 mana depending on how creatures die. I think this card's got a lot of legs. The real trick's going to be how do we abuse it, right? So flashback is apparently the big theme of the set, and I love flashback, and it can really make for some broken cards. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes moving forward, especially with cards like this, because this is definitely a graveyard-centric style set. Moving forward, next we have the Fleshtaker. That is the most Children of the Corn picture I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, it is a black and a white for a 2/2, right on par. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, you gain 1 life and scry 1. Phenomenal. Plus, you can sack another creature to Fleshtaker and make it a +2/+2 until end of turn. So this has aristocrats style of decks written all over it, except now you gain life and scry 1. This has some definite shenanigans if there's some way to play from the top of your deck, because you can scry all the stuff out of the way by killing your creatures and making more creatures, and there's a combo in there somewhere, trust me. So yeah, I mean, there's already a combo like that in Pioneer without this card. So think about that for a second. All right, so this is a really great card. I like it a lot. So moving forward, don't know why an assassin has anyway. Ignore the picture. Move on to let's get some prayers going. So we have Unnatural Growth. So it's 4 green and 1, so it's 5 mana enchantment. Beginning of each combat, double that creature's power and toughness for each creature you control to end of turn. This is fine, I guess. I mean, I hate to say it's bad. I hate to say it's good. This is definitely a commander card by all, feats of the imagination. At the same time, maybe this is a standard or modern card. It can't be modern. It's 5 mana. But standard, maybe pioneer. I mean, think about it. If you got nothing but a deck full of elves and you play this for 5 mana, now all your elves are 2/2s. I mean, some of them start as 2/2s, so they become 4/4s. This is almost as good, as an Anthem or one of these with an Anthem, if it's even playable. I don't know. Commander definitely, standard no. I even say no to draft just because 4 green and +1 is a lot. Yeah, it's not. I don't like it. No, sir, don't like it. Moving on. Next one here we have is the Sludge Monster. I'm sure most of us have had this when we were a kid, living in the corner of our room. Anyway, so for 2 blue and 3, we get a 5/5. So it's on rate. It's nice rare. When Sludge Monster enters the battlefield or attacks, you put a slime counter on up to 1 other target creature. Non-horror creatures with slime counters on them lose all abilities and have a base power and toughness of 2/2. This is insane. This basically says, while this is in play, any other creature becomes a 2/2 with no abilities. And this thing's a 5/5. Which means for them to even kill this, you have to swing. which is going to make their biggest thing a smaller thing. And they're going to have to block it with 3 things. Even if all 3 of their things are 2/2s, they still have to block it with all 3 2/2s to kill this. And by then, you should have some way to remove a said 2/2 so that you just kill all their stuff. Like this seems amazing for 5 mana. Unfortunately, it is in blue. Like this would have been, I mean, if it was in green, it'd probably be broken. But blue is not typically known for cards like this. I mean, they are to the point where they change colors or toughness and power, lose all abilities, yada yada yada. In draft, this is going to be phenomenal because it just takes care of everything. Um, but in standard, 5 mana for a 5/5, which can die to many things. Um, it's just not a forte that blue. This is not the kind of blue win condition blue is looking for. I don't think. Um, Commander, this could definitely be a thing. You know, attack one person, put a counter on somebody else's person, some other person's uh, creature. So yeah, like I think it's gonna have a little bit of play. I just don't think it's gonna be a whole lot. So that's my 2 cents. Moving right along, we have the croaking counterpart, also known as a frog on a goose. Anyway, so for a blue green and a colorless, you create a token that's a copy of target non-frog creature. That's funny. Except it's a 1/1 green frog. Has flashback of 3. So this is very interesting. Um, I only say that because you could copy some really dumb stuff. But the problem is they're 1/1, so it might die. But if they have really cool abilities, this could be a thing. I have yet to see a card in the set that I would want to copy. Um, because some of the best stuff obviously is legendary. So 2 legendaries means one of them has to die. Uh, I guess the best thing about this is if you play this, the best thing your opponent has, you have too, except it's a 1/1. So if they have something like a Xanathar, you can literally copy the Xanathar, then you have a 1/1 Xanathar that can do the same thing their Xanathar is doing as long as it doesn't die. Well, being a 1/1, that'd be kind of easy to kill it, probably, honestly. Um, so I don't know. Flashback's a cool addition. I just don't think this is the rare that we're looking for blue green. And I'm not complaining. Blue green's been good enough for long enough. The last thing they need is another Uro or some silly nonsense um, to make us hate life. But anyway, um, yeah, right now I'm just not seeing it. Um, it's not good enough in modern. It's 3 mana. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, because a 1/1 dies to every removal spell that modern is known and loved for. You know, it's a token, so Fatal Push gets it. You know, Path gets everything. Lightning Bolt kills this. Hell, Shock kills this. Like, I mean, and Gut Shot kills this for free. There's too much stuff that's gonna make this not good for me to want to play it. It looks like a bulk rate to me, guys. Hate to say it. Now, maybe in Commander, this could really be a thing because you command players like to throw them shenanigans around all the time, and you have time to do this kind of silly stuff. So, with that said, that's what I would say. Nothing real great brought out today, guys. Really sorry about that. Spoilers were not really on par. I think the best thing we've seen so far is the new land cycle, which everybody's like, oh, it's not good because it comes into play tapped in the first 2 turns. I don't care. I think they're going to be phenomenal because they're almost dual lands. They're so close, it's scary. And I think people are really underplaying those lands, which might be the best thing in the whole set. So, with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. And remember, after next week and spoiler season is over, I'll be posting a lot of videos from Indy because I'm going to Gen Con on vacation. And I'll get a little more into that once we have a little lull in the spoiler season when it's over. I'll make a couple of videos about what's going on at Gen Con, who I'll be there with, what I'm looking to be doing. And I'll even make some videos while at Gen Con just to give you guys an update of what's going on and even show you some of the sweetness that will be Gen Con. Because I know everybody's like, oh, it's Delta variant and there's Gen Con and we shouldn't have mass gatherings. Boys, at some point, you gotta crawl out of the hole and just live your life. Get your vaccination if you want it, do whatever it is, but at some point, we must venture forth in the world and be adults. So, As always, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to be kind. And hopefully, I'll see you across from the game table. And for pre-release of Midnight Hunt, that table will be at Gen Con for me. See you there, guys.